Hi there, welcome to Midnight and Moonlight. I wanted to pay tribute to my 10th wedding anniversary last year and decided to create a program with some of those themes. So the first piece is Clair de Lune by Debussy, well known and loved. It was played as part of our wedding ceremony when I came down the aisle, so it has a very special memory for me. And the name itself means moonlight. The next set of pieces is from Prokofiev's Cinderella. So he wrote the music for the ballet that premiered in 1945, and he also arranged a lot of the music into a few different piano suites and sets. So you'll hear all of Opus 102. There's 6 movements, and they're not in order of the story, but rather in an order that made sense with the whole set, if that makes sense. So the first piece is Cinderella and the prince dancing at the ball. You can kind of hear her heart rate speed up as she thinks, oh my goodness, my stepsisters are going to recognize me, but they don't. The second movement is Cinderella's solo dance. The third is an argument between the stepsisters as they're trying to get ready for the ball earlier on. You can hear them pulling on things and arguing in kind of a slapstick failing at trying to get ready in an efficient manner. The fourth movement is Cinderella arriving at the ball, and I know she's supposed to come in a carriage, but I think she comes in a helicopter. The way that the music sounds, I can just hear the engine, I can hear the blades rotating, and just kind of that movement and that intensity of, oh my goodness, we're flying up and the building is really tall, and I think she lands on the helipad on the 3rd floor of the palace and comes in to meet the king and queen. The fifth movement is the stepsisters the following morning as they're trying to get ready to see the prince so he can try the glass slipper on their feet. And they're not having a great time of it. It's really interesting to hear the theme in that one because it goes from being in 4 to being in 6/8. So first you'll hear da 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 da. The second time you'll hear da 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 da. So it's kind of fun to hear how he changed the meter of that piece. The last one in that set is Amoroso, so like a love dance or love song, and it's when the prince and Cinderella are dancing at their wedding. In the orchestral version, you have a lot of strings and vibrato and a lot of crescendoing on held notes, and you can't do that on the piano. So that one was quite challenging to pull together and try and get that kind of a sound as well as we can on this instrument. The next piece is by Schubert. It is an impromptu, the first one in F minor, in Opus 142. It was composed, I think, in 1827 and not published until after his death. So it made me think of a moonlight walk. You can know a place, especially when you're outside the city or walking where there aren't a lot of street lights, and you can know the place really well in the daytime and see all the details and know exactly what's going on. But at night, either it's light or it's really, really dark. And so when you see a little bit of movement, you don't know what it is. And so you're kind of thinking, is that a coyote? Is this going to be a problem? And then, no, it's just a cat. And then you hear rustling and you think, what's that? And it's just a leaf with the wind or whatever. So I think of wondering what's going on and then finding that, oh, okay, it's all right. So going on an adventure in the moonlight. The final pieces are by Florence Price, who, as you know, is a composer that I really appreciate a lot. And these are from the Dances in the Canebrakes from 1953. They were the last pieces that she composed. The first one is A Silk Hat and Walking Cane. And the second is Nimble Feet. And I thought that those would work really well for a wedding and reception because you are generally dressed up and you get to have a good time dancing. So enjoy this selection of music in honor of my 10th anniversary, Midnight and Moonlight.